Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Game Changers. And in this special segment, we are going to be talking to multiple Kenyan National Rally Championship winner, Mr. Leo Varese, who's going to be taking part in the WRC Safari Rally for the very first time in his career, racing under the SportPesa Racing team. And in this episode, he's gonna tell us everything it takes to be inside this beautiful machine. Let's go, chat. We are in the building. Mr. Leo.
Yes, boss.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you for making time for us on this special episode of Game Changers. First thing first, how are you feeling today?
Thank you for having me here. And we're feeling good. It was a good day for testing the new car.
Yeah.
And still, the car is quite new to us, and still a few modifications. We've not yet finished with the car, as he has never experienced the terrain here. So we are very happy how the day went today.
Yeah. Just before we get into the technicalities of the car and everything it takes to drive the car, Leo, I just want to know, what got you into motorsport and this adrenaline-filled sport and rallying in general?
Basically, it was the old Safari Rally spirit that hooked us from very young.
Yeah.
The school my navigator and me went to was Brookhouse School, and was the last checkpoint of the Safari Rally on many occasions. So we were always involved at the checkpoint with the cars that were then competing in the Safari Rally. From school days, we got hooked on motorsport, and we said one day, eventually, we'd like to be inside one of those cars.
So this was during school that the dream actually started?
No. First, we had to go into life, go study, go work and make some money before you can get your first rally car.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for us, we started a bit late in our careers, but we managed through sheer determination to compete and become national champions a few times. Yeah.
You're just being polite by saying a few times, yet it's multiple times. But before we get into that, so since you started a bit late, what did it take you to get into rallying?
Well, at the beginning it was tough financially, because getting the car, it's only the easy part.
Yeah.
But running a competitive car, the expenses can take its toll, and if you're not getting any success, you can get demoralized very easily.
Yeah. It's an expensive sport. So roughly, if I would want to get into a car and start today, roughly how much would we be talking about to participate in the sport? Well,
the beauty of the sport is like it caters for all pockets.
Yeah.
You don't have to get a car like this one.
Yeah.
This is now some latest machine, but you can start at the lower level, where they just race on a track, where your expenses are much less. It's called autocross.
Yeah.
An autocross plus, and you get a car basically with the safety features only. So even for you get a car for like 200,000-300,000, you put the cage and the seats and the belts, and you're ready to go. So it can cater for all pockets.
All right.
Doing the safari now, that's something else.
That's a different story altogether.
Yeah.
About the Kenyan rallying scene, how does it look like?
Okay, we've been very fortunate to been able to win a few times the national two-wheel drive title, and there was a point that the Kenya rally scene was really booming. We used to have as much as 20 entries just in our category in the national two-wheel drive. Then over the years, unfortunately, somehow our focus shifted too much to WRC. And at the national level, we lost a bit of the booming factor at root level, at the grassroots level. But hopefully things will be looking up very soon, and we should be able to go back to the glory days of the national championship, where We had 20 in the national two-wheel drive, and you had 80 entries in total. And it wasn't that long ago, really. But hopefully we'll get back to that stage.
Just talking about a rally driver and all the physical requirements needed. I've had a little buddy told me that your wife is a fitness trainer. So how do you keep fit and maintain your in shape always to just meet the physical challenges and demands of being inside that car?
Not only she's a fitness trainer, but she runs these half marathons and 10 kilometers. So I run twice a week, 5 kilometers, and then she helps me with some strength training, just some body exercises, and then the diet and 15-hour fasting, and that keeps me in shape.
15-hour fasting every day?
Every day, even natural day. Not only if it's Ramadan or not. Just normally I will do 15 hours. Yeah.
I mean, why? What's the reason behind 15-hour fasting?
Because helps you to maintain weight and also is very good for your system.
You must be a man into healthy lifestyle as well, yeah?
You know, that one I got into it with age, yeah?
Yeah.
If you want to age gracefully,
Yeah.
you don't want to be going to the doctor too much, yeah?
Yes.
You just go to the doctor maybe just for the normal checkups, and then you run away. You don't want to be going consistently.
Yeah.
So I want to avoid that. So health is a very important part of our daily life.
I think that's why you're still in shape, Leo, yeah?
Thank you. Thank you. I try to.
All right.
Yeah.
So coming up is the beautiful Safari Rally WRC Championship event. I mean, what do you think about this event just before we get into you participating in it?
Well, Safari is the national pride. The Safari Rally, it's from time immemorial. We have this jewel that we need to maintain, and every driver that ever starts rallying dreams of one day driving in the Safari Rally. We were fortunate enough to do a few safaris, but not under the WRC event, when it was not yet WRC event. Now we have the chance to take part under the WRC event and find out what the experience is like.
So this is
Yeah.
actually going to be your first time taking part in the WRC Safari Rally.
Yeah.
What car are you driving, Leo?
You know, like when people first saw it, people thought, hey, you are changing a two-wheel drive car for another two-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
Because people associate Toyota with a two-wheel drive car, maybe the car that your wife goes to the supermarket with, and the Uber driver
Yeah.
drives. So, Toyota Yaris. Yaris doesn't say that much, but it's a Yaris GR.
Yeah.
GR stands for Gazoo Racing.
Yes.
This car is the prototype on which the WRC car for Toyota was built.
What?
The standard version
Yeah.
of the WRC car.
Yeah.
And they produce, I think, 25,000 units as a standard vehicle. And we were fortunate when we heard about the project that as Anwar was building a locally built Toyota Yaris, four-wheel drive turbo. We said, this is the car we want to drive. We never wanted to drive Mitsubishi or Subaru.
Yeah.
In fact, those cars have been driving around Kenya from time immemorial also. It's 15 years old cars, and this is something very new.
Yeah.
Also, we want to develop and give it our input. And hopefully in the next 1 year, should be very competitive.
All right. So you're saying this is a 2020 car and it's a four-wheel drive?
Four-wheel drive 1600 turbo. It's the fastest 1600 engine in the world.
And it's the prototype of what they use in the WRC as well.
In the WRC Toyota car, yeah.
So to all the doubters who might be thinking this is a two-wheel drive, this is just not your normal Toyota. Yeah?
No, it's not a normal Toyota. In fact, when you tell people the price of the standard car, they're like, wow, you can never. But once you see what the car has inside, then you understand why the cost is that high. Just for the standard version, you know.
And what is the price of actually getting and having this Toyota?
This Toyota, as a standard car with no rally modifications in it, will still cost you about 5 to 6 million shillings.
6 million Kenyan shillings?
Yeah.
Without doing nothing to
Without
it?
doing nothing.
Just the way it comes?
Yeah.
and then you have to upgrade it and modify it into a rallying car.
The suspension will cost you another 1 million something.
Suspension only?
Yeah, suspension only.
1 million Kenyan shillings.
Yeah.
And then now, since you've developed it, how much have you added onto it?
Still, it's never finished because there were small issues that were never finished by the car.
Yeah.
When they did the conversion, of course, they never rallied it.
Yes.
So it was a project that was 90% complete. 10% is us who are finishing now. The other 10% to make it pass the scrutineering, number one, and be able to compete without having small issues.
Now that the car is here, how about you give us a look inside and see how it looks like? Cool.
Karibu.
Twende. Nice. So right about now, Leo is going to be giving us a ride. Twende nayo sana. Yeah. That was fantastic. What a beautiful car you have under you, I'm telling you. What? And now everything is set. Now the WRC Safari Rally is coming up. I understand it's going to be your debut. With all the divisions, what are you going to participate in? In which category will you be participating in?
This year we said, because we acquired the car very late and the timelines were impossible to meet, this car can compete in the Rally 3 Africa ARC Championship.
Yeah.
But we didn't make the deadlines, and since we wanted to test the car, we didn't want to go into something so involving. So we're doing the national category, which since we don't have a program to do the Africa Championship, we compete at national level, and the entries are already like 20 people at national category level.
Yeah.
So we are hoping to get at least a top 5, fight for a top 5 in the national category.
Yeah, so it was a case of better safe than sorry, being it's only the first time you also get
in the national category, number one, when there's so many features that your car must have before you pass the scrutineering test and all that, than entering a national event, which is much more relaxed. And since it's a test run for us, we want to compete this year at the national category.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Leo, I want to put you on the spot slightly and ask you one simple question. If you had a chance of driving any rallying car in your career, which one would it be and why?
To be honest, it's this car. We thought about it for a long time with my navigator. We said, many times people used to say, oh, why don't you move category? You've won this championship so many times. But there was never any project that really interested me, a challenge.
Yeah.
And when Toyota built this car, this was the challenge up ahead that we said, can we give it a go and see what we can achieve with a 4-wheel drive turbo machine?
Yeah.
And this was my dream car. This car, since it was built as a standard car, has many components that match another vehicle on the road, that's Toyota. So you can get an arm, right, left, that can fit from another car into this one. So the cost of running such a car is much cheaper.
What would you like to be your legacy once you exit the stage?
No, thanks to SportPesa and the program of promoting the young generation, we've been able to support the new kids on the block, which is my navigator's son, Jason, who's navigating for my son, Adriano. And they've taken up the interest in very young age.
Yeah.
And the whole of last year, they started driving our old car. So it's funny how they just fell into those seats.
Yeah.
And we are trying to, with SportPesa, trying to support the young generation. And they have an advantage over us that they're starting at a young age.
Yeah.
So hopefully in 2-3 years, now they'll be far ahead than where we were at their age. When we were like that age, we were just waving at rally cars from outside and never dreamt of sitting in one of them.
Yeah.
So they have a good opportunity, And those two boys, they are very smart, as in like they don't get confused by this teenage life and all that. They're so focused on cars and driving and which is like really surprising for their age. So we want to promote that and see how far. So my legacy is like passing on the baton. I'm very happy like the next generation takes over. So for me, it's something same I can say for my navigator, to pass on the knowledge and the skills to the next generation. That's simply amazing. So I'll be happy about that. Whether they're champions or not, that's just a bonus.
Must be giving you a proud feeling as a dad, seeing your son take up the sport you also love, yeah?
Yeah. In fact, I never pushed him into that.
Really?
He pushed himself by force. He used to sneak and drive the rally car when I'm at job. He would take the rally car from the parking, drive around Westlands, come back. When we used to go for rallying, and as they were younger, they used to go for recce with us and to rally, and I think they just got hooked on that from that time.
All right, Mr. Leo Varese, wishing you all the best in your debut in the WRC Safari Rally, even as you participate in the National Championship. We'll be right there to support you, and we hope you make it count.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for you guys being here. I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the episode with Leo Varese, who's going to be making his debut in the WRC Safari Rally under the SportPesa Racing team. We hope he's going to make it count. While at it, follow and like our SportPesa YouTube channel and watch all episodes we've managed to do so far, and see you in the next one. My name is Ochieng Steven.